This story involves the Green Manor, a 260-year-old house owned by a woman named Kale, which she rents out. Strange things often happen in the house, and guests frequently report unexplained noises, such as footsteps or voices coming from the attic. The problem is that the attic door is always locked and only the owner has the key, which makes it very unlikely that anyone could get in. After numerous complaints, she decided to install a camera with a motion detector in the attic to get to the bottom of this mystery. At first, the camera detected movement, but when Kay reviewed the recordings, there didn't seem to be anything unusual. However, the noises continued and the guests kept complaining. Kay finally decided to spend a week in the house to investigate for herself. One night, she woke up because of strange noises.
All this time, I've been getting notifications from the camera that there's movement in my attic. Keep in mind that I moved the camera to the small room outside the attic. So right now, it's a little crazy.
Kala reported that his camera kept sending him motion alerts, but once again the footage didn't show anything. However, the next night, the camera finally caught something that really unsettled all the viewers. The attic door creaked and slowly opened by itself. If you look closely, you can see small glowing orbs floating around, which paranormal enthusiasts believe could be spirits. But the creepiest part is when the door opens wider, revealing what appears to be a face peeking through the crack. Some people think it could be the ghost of a child, and that Keeley's camera captured the spirit responsible for all the strange noises. Whether it's true or not, as always, that's for you to decide. A woman named Tammy, known on TikTok as the Haunted 136, claims that she has been harassed by a sinister entity for most of her life. Since she was a child, disturbing and unexplainable events have followed her like a shadow. And now, even years later, the same malevolent energy still persists. Her home remains a hotspot of paranormal activity that defies all logical explanation. One night, while she was sleeping deeply, the door to her room creaked shut on its own. Incidents like this have become routine in Tammy's life, where objects often move or disappear completely, always without any rational cause. The first time she reviewed one of the recordings, Tammy was horrified to see how a heavy chair in her room slowly turned by itself. It wasn't a light object, so whatever moved it had to be powerful. Encounters like these keep her living in constant fear, and not just her. Others have also felt the same eerie presence in her home. While Tammy's cat was sitting at the foot of her bed, it suddenly started scanning the room intently, as if it was watching someone invisible. Within seconds, its head turned sharply to one side, right before a nearby drawer slowly opened by itself. And what's even more chilling, a camera in the dining room might have caught the ghostly figure responsible for this haunting. Shortly after 6 in the morning, that camera recorded what sounded like a ghostly whisper clearly saying, "Hey." Then, a faint and translucent shadow floated across the frame before vanishing into thin air. But the most disturbing moment of all comes from the footage in Tammy's kitchen, revealing something truly terrifying. A crucifix hanging on the wall began to swing by itself, then slowly turned upward as if a demonic force was trying to invert it. The movement was subtle but sinister. The recording left Tammy shocked and made one thing terribly clear: something inside the house desperately wants to be seen. For the TikToker Horrordinut, his country house was supposed to be an escape from the city, but that peace was shattered by what he believes is a poltergeist that began to torment him. After his own family started calling him crazy, he knew he needed proof. He started recording the mysterious knocks on his door, hoping to capture who or what was responsible. Spoiler alert, he should have left the door closed. This might have just seemed like a bad joke, especially with the footprints he found around the area. However, it turns out that opening the door at a stupid hour was a very, very bad idea, because whatever was out there that night, it didn't just knock 3 times. It eventually found a way in, and from that moment on, their peaceful rest in the countryside was simply over. Now he goes to bed, ready for a paranormal watch, flashlight in one hand, phone in the other, and even the slightest creak puts him on alert. Night after night, he wakes up startled by strange disturbances. And then this happens. Let's analyze the evidence. A brush is moved against the door. Classic poltergeist activity. The cat is paralyzed, is staring at an empty corner. Animals always seem to sense what we can't. And a knife on the floor. That could have been the cat, but the thing with the brush is very unlikely. A skeptic might call it a series of strange coincidences, but the combination of events seems too deliberate. It stops seeming like a random paranormal event and starts to look like a message. But what is it trying to say? Is it a warning or a threat to show what it's capable of? Let me know your opinion in the comments. February 2017, the urban exploration team Unknown Worlds investigates a German industrial complex known for being haunted. When something happens, something that makes them run for their lives, gripped by panic. It began when the team discovered this abandoned spot on Google Maps, and they decided to go in completely blind, having no idea about the dangers lurking inside. When they went down to the basement, things got strange. The air was filled with a foul smell of urine. Then they saw something. That was the last moment of calm before all hell broke loose. Pay attention to what was waiting in the shadows. As the team moves down the hallway, look at the door on the right. A man lunges out of the darkness, knife in hand, directly at the lead investigator. We're seeing this through the camera of the man behind, who turns around and runs for his life. As he runs away, his friends' calls for help fade into the distance until they vanish. Fortunately, he managed to get out of there. But what the team would discover later is that the danger you can see is only half the story. Sometimes the threat you don't see is the one that will haunt you forever. In a completely different investigation, one of the explorers was recording alone in an abandoned fog-covered German village in the middle of the night. He had no idea that he was being watched. It wasn't until weeks later, when a follower left him a comment, that he went back to review the recording and found what was lurking in the darkness.
From left to right. I watch, and I keep walking. I look back again, just out of paranoia, to see if something is following me, but it wasn't, so I kept running. I kept turning around again and again, but I didn't see anything.
After this viewer saw those eyes, weeks later, the explorer went back to analyze the footage. His chilling conclusion is that it wasn't a reflection. It was a predator, most likely a wolf or something worse, silently stalking him from the fog. He spent 5 minutes in the building, believing he was alone, unaware something waited just beyond the door. No doubt this makes you wonder, in a place like this, what else could be watching from the darkness? We're back at the infamous haunted restaurant deep in the Appalachians, where Dustin Lee Fraser continues his lonely shifts. There's a supernatural and sinister energy trapped within these walls, one that has disturbingly attached itself to Dustin, even following him home. Tonight began with a series of strange and unexplainable noises.
I came back here because I need restock toilet paper up front And this shouldn't be open. It's like 4 in the morning. There isn't a light on in here. Hello?
Hello?
I'm gonna close the door. I was going to make a short cooking video with you, but it brought me... That wasn't like that before. This door stays open because, for some reason, the woman in the morning always complains that this room is too cold, but that one wasn't open.
Unaware of the paranormal activity intensifying around him, Dustin wandered through the restaurant, oblivious to the fact that a ghostly presence was desperately trying to contact him. Even more chilling was the shadowy apparition that silently followed him, unseen, as he passed by. This alone was creepy enough, but the supernatural encounters escalated dramatically when he decided to document more footage the following night.
Mainly, I don't remember what I was saying. The coffee is fine now. Anyway, it's been hurting me. On a different note, my back is killing me, and I don't know why, but it's just like pain right on my spine, you know? So I don't know.
On that spooky night, Dustin once again encountered the unmistakable whisper of a demonic entity trying to communicate. Later, when reviewing the restaurant's security footage, his blood ran cold at the terrifying scene captured on video. Clearly visible in the kitchen was a dark figure dressed in what appeared to be the hooded robe of a monk or a sinister cloak. Dustin was overcome with dread at the sight. Finally, when he got home, hoping to find some relief in sleep, he woke up with a start to witness another horrible paranormal manifestation inside his own bedroom. Many viewers speculate that this entity has become deeply attached to Dustin, following him home and silently lurking beside his bed, watching him as he sleeps. No one knows if Dustin is actively looking for ways to banish or cleanse himself of this malevolent spirit. We will continue to keep an eye on his unsettling experiences, keeping you informed about any new and terrifying developments. A woman named Jada recently turned to TikTok for answers after experiencing something she couldn't explain. She was sitting outside enjoying the warm sun and the peaceful singing of the birds, while she worked. The weather was perfect, so she recorded a short video for her sister. When she played it back, she noticed something chilling in the background, a voice she never heard in real time. As Jada slowly moves the camera through the park, you can hear a faint humming, soft, distant, but unmistakably there. Soft voice sounds like a woman's. However, the area was completely empty at that moment, no one in sight. So who or what was singing? Even more puzzling, this isn't the first time Jada has captured disembodied voices on her camera. In another clip, while filming a dress, you can hear an almost identical voice whispering repeatedly, "Take me outside, take me outside, take me outside." The ghostly repetition was subtle, but no less disturbing because of it. Jada insists she didn't hear anything during either recording and is still puzzled by the source of these sounds. Could there be a logical explanation? Or is it a ghostly presence trying to make itself known by interrupting her moments of peace and haunting every video she records? A security guard recently posted a chilling video recounting his co-worker's eerie nighttime encounter. While making his usual rounds, the officer noticed what appeared to be a lost patient, slowly walking near his office. The person seemed dazed and unsure of their surroundings, which led the guard to kindly offer them a seat to help calm their nerves. But that's when this strange and unsettling moment took an unexpected turn.
Look at this. This man called his boss asking why he hadn't been told there was a new employee, right? He kept looking back, right? He's talking to someone, right? Just look, it's creepy. Look, he's having some kind of conversation with someone, right? Saying that someone came and he hit him and everything. Now look, you can see when he hit him. Look what happened. He hit him. Do you see that shadow? And then the shadow goes this way and he pulls the chair out for him. He swears to God that he said that and had a whole conversation with this person. He went up to talk to him and everything. He better protect himself from whatever it is.
Even though the conversation took place in plain sight, the security footage didn't reveal any physical person in the room, just a distinctive shadow stretching across the floor. The video clearly shows the guard talking and gesturing naturally, as if he were completely immersed in a conversation with someone who is present. To this day, the officer insists that the interaction felt completely real, like talking to a real human being. However, the ghostly absence on the camera paints a much more disturbing picture. Could this be real evidence of a ghost? Or is there another reason for a shadow without a body in the frame? Share your thoughts in the comments. In this unsettling video, a woman named Nicole captures a chilling moment involving her young son, Riggs. What makes this clip so disturbing is that the boy seems to respond directly to something invisible, something that no one else can see. As Riggs opens the door, a creepy voice whispers, "Yes." The boy quickly slams the door shut, as if rejecting any ghostly presence on the other side. The internet quickly took notice, with viewers both scared and entertained, adding their own subtitles to the footage, many of which seem eerily accurate. The question here remains, did Riggs really hear the whisper of a ghost? And was his adorable but terrified reaction the way a little boy says no to the paranormal? Let me know your opinion in the comments. This is one of the internet's legends. Two young sisters were sitting quietly at the dining table, peacefully enjoying their dinner, under the watchful eye of their mother. Everything seemed normal until one of the girls suddenly stopped mid-bite. Her eyes opened wide as she stared at something lurking beyond. Her innocent expression quickly shifted from slight confusion to pure, chilling terror.
What is that?
When my father came to drop her off.
Yes.
I'm scared. It's okay.
I just turned off the lights, that's all. What was that?
I'm scared.
Honey, look at me. What are you afraid of? The fish? The fish died.
What? Angel.
Angel is already asleep. It's raining, girls. Nani, are you almost done eating? Look at me. Look at me. Turn around, turn around. You have to listen to me. Turn around, look at me. What's wrong?
He raised a trembling finger toward a dark corner of the room, insisting that something was hiding there. Her sister, amused by the reaction, laughed and teased her playfully for being scared. But the laughter quickly turned to horror when the girl, frightened, screamed in panic and ran to her mother, clinging to her in terror. Curious, the second girl turned to look toward the same creepy corner. Her mocking smile faded into an expression of absolute terror before she too burst into tears and ran into her mother's protective embrace. Oddly, neither their mother nor the video camera captured any visible signs of paranormal activity. Any ghostly presence that haunted the room that night remained invisible to everyone else. Since that unsettling experience, the girls have refused to go back into that dining room. One afternoon, a father was absorbed in a video game as his youngest daughter played with the family dog nearby. Without warning, the girl suddenly spoke up, nervously insisting that the freezer door had started to open by itself. At first, he dismissed her claim as pure imagination or a playful attempt to distract him. But faced with his daughter's persistent cries, the father finally gave in and went to investigate. This is the disturbing scene that awaited him.
Do you want to play ball?
Just as his daughter described, the freezer door was inexplicably opening and closing on its own, a creepy sight that left him frozen. Realizing that his video game console's camera had been recording continuously, he immediately retrieved that footage. Seeking answers and help, he contacted multiple ghost hunters, desperately hoping that their experience with apparitions and demonic encounters would help rid his home of the disturbing entity. Unfortunately, every investigator refused, claiming that the recording could easily be faked. Now exposed to unknown spirits, All he can do is hope that another paranormal expert intervenes quickly. Now let's dive into some chilling archival footage from Paranormal Paranoid. These creepy clips, originally posted on his Twitter account, captured genuinely supernatural moments. The first recording is from Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, where the team was wandering through the dense and gloomy forest.
For most people, this forest is just like any other. For the people of Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, who recall 1994, this forest holds a dark story. This is where it happened. It was almost as if she wanted to be found, as if she wanted to be seen.
But what really caught everyone's attention was a shadowy figure that mysteriously appeared in the background. An unexplainable presence that the team still has no answer for.
I don't think it's there, Peter. Okay.
Was that figure in the trees something paranormal? After that chilling encounter, the team headed to the haunted Drake County Correctional Center for an overnight investigation.
It all happened here within these walls.
What is that?
The prisoners they brought here in the 30s were maximum security. Did you do that? Yes, you did.
I didn't touch anything.
Don't you feel that?
No, what do you feel?
Cold.
What is that?
While they were exploring the ruined hallways, their cameras recorded what appears to be a ghostly, translucent figure gliding right behind one of these investigators. But it was their visit to the abandoned Lincoln Elementary School that truly gave everyone chills.
We made it, Lincoln Elementary. This school has an incredible haunted history that goes back to 1976. Is the legend true? David, what do you think?
I don't know.
What they recorded in this haunted school was so deeply disturbing that it's said to be one of the main reasons why the Paranoid Paranormal team eventually broke up. Imagine what kind of entity, demonic or ghostly, could force experienced ghost hunters to quit their work forever. Thanks for watching this far. Only the brave reach this point. Leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more horror. Have some good nightmares.